welcome to the Air Goddess Network, where spirit meets tarot. I am your host, the Air Goddess, and we're going to be doing some midnight tarot here. So let's get into it. I'm going to be doing a challenge, action, and then outcome, or should I say challenge, opportunity, and outcome. That's the better way to put it, to see what may be coming up for you this week. And what you need to do in order to make sure that you are taking advantage of what's available to you for the week. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to be using the Arcanum Tarot deck right here. And then to get the final information, we're going to be using the Sacred Traveler Tarot deck right here. So let's hop on in to find out what our challenge, opportunity, and action is going to be for this week. Let's hop on in here and get it started and get those cards out for you guys. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're looking forward to this week. And that you are going to be open to what is for you. Let's not worry about what's not for us, but to worry what is for us so that we can move forward and what we have to do while we're here. So let's get into it. Got the first card. We've got our challenge. Let's get the next card, which is going to be the opportunity. We got our opportunity, and then the last one will be the action. Alright, and now we have got the action. So let us find out what the challenge is. So the first card that came up was the challenge, which is the Knight of Wands. Now the Knight of Wands is pretty hasty, pretty quick moving, maybe impulsive even. So the challenge is for you to maybe slow down and think about what you're going to do before you go out and do it, whatever it might be this week. So you may have an opportunity where you may feel that you need to move quickly on something or make a quick decision about something. But in this particular case, the challenge is to slow down and really think about it before you make a move on something. Make sure that you do all the research that needs to be done. Ask all the right questions. Even if you have to, if you can, go to the place, and if it's something about a place, or it could be a new job or something like that, you know, just go over and scope it out a little bit. Ask those questions if you're in an interview, or if you've already had the interview. If you have secondary questions, go ahead and ask those questions before you make a hasty decision, because you maybe you feel you're in a position where if you don't hurry up and make a decision, you're going to miss out on something. But what I don't want you to do is, if you do make that hasty decision, you get to the job or you get to the new place that you're moving to, because you feel like you got to get out now. Well, some of us may have this get out now while the getting is good, without really doing the research or doing the legwork to make sure that where you're going is actually something that's going to benefit you. So just slow down a little bit. Ask all the right questions. That's the challenge, to slow down, because it sounds so good. It sounds like it's something you want to do right now. Let me go ahead and do that. But in this particular case, the challenge is to slow down and make sure that you are doing the work to make sure that if you do decide to move, that your decision won't be one that you regret later because you missed something making a hasty decision. Okay? And that's the challenge. The opportunity, of course, is you have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is someone who is intuitive, who is kind, who is nurturing. You may want to talk to your girlfriend, if it's, you know, your girlfriend about it. You know how we all like to do. We like to go and talk to our friends about what we're thinking about doing, and they may be able to see something or or ask you the questions to make sure that you are feeling the way you should about a situation or a place or a thing before you make a decision about it. So talk it through with your sister, your mom, your best friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever it is that you feel has this energy, because just because it's the Queen of Cups doesn't necessarily mean it's a woman. It could be just someone who has a nurturing, kind spirit, that has that care about them, that will ask you that will make sure that you're doing something that will be something that makes you feel at home when you do make the decision. You don't want to go somewhere again. You don't want to go somewhere and feel like later that this doesn't feel like home to you because you made an impulsive decision. And that's the opportunity. You have someone there or around you that can do that for you, to help you make sure that you're doing things based on the correct emotions and not making an emotional decision, because sometimes we can make hasty decisions based on emotion, and then when we get somewhere we figure out that wasn't the best thing to do. We were just making a hasty decision based on how we felt. So this person here, the opportunity is to use that person as a sounding board to make sure that you're not making an emotional decision, and that you're making a decision that if you do decide to move or go or do the thing, that you're not doing it because you feel some type of way. Okay, but we'll clarify these cards, and then the action is to kind of go with the flow, because we've got the Hanged Man here. So whatever it is that you're going to be doing, again, don't make a hasty decision and miss things. Sometimes it's best to go with the flow. Just let things naturally take their course as opposed to forcing. Because sometimes this hasty energy right here is a forcing energy. This is Mars. And Mars can be aggressive. And it can be hasty. And it makes people feel like they better go do it. And now you're forcing a situation because, you know, you feel a certain way. Whereas clearly saying the action should be the opposite, is to go with the flow. But let's clarify these cards, shall we? Let's clarify this Knight of Wands, because he's got his back. He's got his back to this Queen of Cups, which tells me that you know that you should ask somebody else about this before you just go impulsively make this decision, but you're kind of not wanting to. You just want to make the decision. But I'm here to go ahead and to let you know that whatever you're feeling, you should go ahead and talk to someone about this, because again, you're making a hasty decision and it may not fare well for you because you're forcing something that maybe shouldn't be forced. You should let it just kind of, you know, go down the lazy river, as it were. Let go of the control, as it were. So let's clarify this Knight of Wands, shall we? Okay. And we've got the Queen of Swords. So again, the Queen of Swords, that's someone who's had some past experience and knows a thing or two, because they've been around for a while. They've seen some things, and they can tell you the truth about a situation. And she's got her face pointing up to that Queen of Cups. So that person that you're thinking about maybe not talking to, maybe you should talk to them. Again, it could be a mom, it could be a sister, it could be a best friend that's been there, done that, you know. You might want to go ahead and give them a chit chat, give them a call, or, you know, go over and you know, have a conversation with them about what it is that you're thinking about doing, that you feel that you need to be so hasty in making a decision about. Let's clarify this Queen of Cups, okay? Okay, we've got the Eight of Cups. Okay. And let's go ahead and clarify the Hanged Man. So that Eight of Cups tells me that they're probably going to tell you, you know what? Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, make sure you leave it behind. It's time for you to move on from a situation that's no longer serving you, because this Eight of Cups is Saturn and Pisces. You've done everything you can. You've done everything you need to. And they're probably going to tell you, yeah, you should go ahead and move, but they're going to give you all the ins and outs, and that you should go ahead and make a positive move, you know, from your situation that you are currently thinking about leaving. But they're going to tell you to make sure that you're moving away because you're ready, and not because you're running from something or anything like that. That it's just time for you to, you know, make that move. you know, cut those ties that may, but do it in a caring, nurturing way, not only to the person that or the place or the situation that you're thinking of moving away from, but be kind to yourself as well, because again, hasty decisions aren't necessarily nice to you either, you know, because you don't want to make an impulsive decision. Even though it may be true, it may be something that's right. You don't want to make an impulsive decision. You want to make sure that when you leave, that you're leaving with things on a good note as possible for you anyway. Can't speak for the person that or the situation, but try to leave it so that when you leave it, there's no loose ends. Because sometimes when you leave in a hasty manner, there's a loose end that needs to be taken care of, and now you got to go back and face it. And you didn't leave correctly because maybe you left a door open, quote unquote, or you left something behind that you didn't want to leave behind. Now you got to go back and get it. That's what happens when you make hasty decisions. You don't quite get everything out the first time. You leave something behind that you didn't want to leave behind, or something of that nature, because you're not looking at the fine details of what it is that you need to do in order to make sure that you strategize your way out. Just don't leave and then have to come back and, you know, fix something. You missed something that you should have strategized about, because Mars is about strategy as well, the Aries. That is about strategy. So make sure that you're strategizing, that you're speaking to someone that maybe can help you strategize, you know, because they've been there, done that. That's that Queen of Swords energy right there. That's a person that's been there, done that. They've had to probably leave a situation. This could be something about a relationship, because the Queen of Swords is someone who's already been possibly in a long-term relationship or married. And this could be a he or a she. It doesn't necessarily have to be a female. Again, it's just the energy of the cards. But again, anyway, this person does have that energy where they've been there, done that. And they may be telling you, don't do anything hasty. Make sure that you're strategizing your way out. Think about what you're doing. Make sure it's for the right reasons. Don't just make a hasty decision. They're also saying don't make an emotional decision. You know, you have to be intuitive about what you're doing. But when you do leave, make sure that you're leaving, and that whatever you're going to leave about is going to give you some reprieve here. That you when you move on, you've moved on. Period. There is no coming back. You know, that type of energy. Okay. So the last one we have, of course, again, we've got the Hangman, means to go with the flow, see things from a different perspective. But also you have the Two of Cups. Now the Two of Cups, in this particular case, means that maybe you're going to find some spiritual alignment with yourself, because in this particular thing, it's like a mutual respect type of thing, if it's two people. But in your case, it's like saying you're going to find your own, give yourself the mutual respect, because sometimes we forget to give ourselves mutual respect ourselves. We have to think about us and what is best for us and our higher being, because you're clearly going to move away from whatever it is that you're thinking about moving away from. And traditionally, the Two of Cups is a marriage or a hand fasting type of situation. But in this case, it's a higher spiritual learning. It's a higher spiritual growth type of thing. So whatever it is that you're going to be doing is something that's going to put you in a higher plane of existence spiritually. And sometimes you may need to leave a job. Sometimes you may need to leave a place. Sometimes you may need to leave a situation. And sometimes you may need to leave a thing. Because we put things and people and places and situations on this type of pedestal, and those things could be sometimes the thing that holds us back from the opportunities that we want. Whatever those opportunities may be, depends on you, it's your situation. But at the end of it all, this just says that make sure you're not making a hasty decision about something just to get to a higher plane of consciousness, or whatever it is that's for you, okay? Because at the top of the deck, we're going to have a Two of Wands situation, okay? And the Two of Wands is someone who is kind of feeling themselves out here. They're feeling the situation out. They're asking questions. They're seeking partnership of some sort. Seeking mentorship. Okay. So you may be seeking mentorship, but in order for you to get that mentorship or to get that thing, you have to leave where you are. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, when you do that, you got the 7 of Cups here. And the 7 of Cups is lots of, it says that's a lot of opportunity coming your way. It's so much coming your way that you won't know whether you're up or down, left or right. So the best thing to do when that happens is to pick the thing that resonates most at the moment. You don't have to pick everything, because some of us have this thing where we see all this when we leave a situation or leave a thing or something of that nature. We see all these opportunities coming our way, and then we get overwhelmed with what to do. And that can also come from this going with the flow. And when you go with the flow, as you go down the river, you start seeing a whole bunch of things that you can do, or people that you can meet. But maybe what you're going to do is meet yourself as you go down this river, as to speak, letting things go. Okay, so let us get a final card for this, because like I said, your opportunity is to slow down, strategize, speak to somebody who may have already been in that situation, whatever the situation is for you. Make sure that you're not making an emotional decision, but ultimately the decision is going to lead you away, have you on a track of more positivity, because you're going to leave the things alone that no longer serve you, whether it be a person, place, thing, or situation, and even an emotional state, because some of us are in emotional states that we don't realize we're in until we talk to somebody. Like sometimes, you ever been like you could be the person speaking to someone, because you could be this could be you speaking to somebody. It doesn't have to be you with the issue. You could be the one getting ready to speak to someone who's dealing with this issue, whatever it is. So be aware of that. It's not just you dealing with it. It could be you being the person that's being the mentor, or the person that's talking to them, or a person talking to someone about this particular issue that may come up this week. So it could be either way. But let's just take the side of, let's say you're the person, you ever spoke with somebody and realized that they were, and told them, you must be angry about something. Do you realize that you're angry about XYZ, or sad about XYZ, or whatever the thing that's bothering you? Did you realize that you were upset? And the person might say, oh, you know what, maybe I am upset about that thing. Maybe I am making a hasty decision. They may not realize that they're making a hasty decision based on something that has happened recently, and they may have told themselves that they're not angry or they're not sad, but they actually are. And so maybe you're the Queen of Cups in this situation, telling them, you know, it's okay to be sad or angry, but that it might be time to leave that behind in order for them to get to where they're going, because maybe they're having a spiritual awakening of some sort, and what's holding them back is their emotions. So it could be you, it could be someone else that's dealing with this. But we have Wandering Path as the outcome card, or the final say, and it says, enjoy the journey. Because sometimes when we're on a spiritual journey that we are just waking up from, we get caught up in the things that we have to do, quote unquote, whatever those things are, the spiritual journey that we may be on. We get caught up in what the book said about XYZ 1, 2, 3, and what my pastor said about 1, 2, 3 ABC, and what my guru said about XYZ 1, 2, 3. We get caught up in all these things that someone said that we must do in order to be spiritual, when in fact spirituality is a personal journey. There is no wrong or right way to do your spiritual journey. Everybody's different. We may be on a similar path. You may even find someone who has gone through the same things. They can speak to you about certain things, but at the end of the day, your spiritual journey is yours. We can't forget to enjoy the journey. So let's go ahead and get that and see what it says about the wandering path. Got my trusty PDF here, so let me pull it up and let's get into it. Okay, so it says the wandering path. Enjoy the journey. It says, card meaning, you don't always need to know where you're going. Accept the fact that sometimes the path in life is circuitous and meandering. Yet know that you're always exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't seem like it. Be present with your journey. Embrace everything that you encounter on the path. It's all for your highest good. Accept what is. This is the key to inner power. The sacred traveler wants you to know, when you're traveling, you are in the present moment. A mystic traveler has no specific goals for the future and is not focused upon the destination. Everything is fresh and new. At times, it's difficult to accept everything that occurs on the road of life, especially if the road seems to twist and turn in unexpected ways. It's an act of courage and faith to accept what is, without judgment or dismay, and to keep going. Trust that there is a plan for your life, and it's unfolding perfectly. Have faith that you're on the road that you meant to travel on. Accepting, quote, what is, unquote, doesn't mean that you can't work to change it, because you can. However, this card does suggest that every experience is supporting you for your highest good and your spiritual evolution. If there's something you can't accept, start by gently accepting the fact that you can't accept it. Allowing for your own wandering path is the key to grace and peace in your life. Okay. So again, like I said, you may be making hasty decisions, or you may be wanting to make a hasty decision about something. But slow down. Go talk to someone that's already been on the path. They'll be able to give you some pointers on how to move, what to do, where to go. They even may even tell you it's time for you to leave certain feelings behind, because the Eight of Cups is feelings. You're holding on to feelings of some sort, okay? And those feelings are holding you back from your highest good, your spiritual journey, okay? And when you're in your spiritual journey, you've got to let go and see things from a different perspective, my dear. Sometimes we look at things that have happened to us and say it was my fault or someone else's fault, when in actuality it's just a lesson. Now, when you're in school and it's time for you to get a lesson, you don't say it's a teacher's fault for giving you the lesson. You just take the lesson, you do the homework, and you apply it. Same thing with life. You take the lesson, you do the homework, and you work through it, and you apply it. It's the same thing. And when you do that, what happens is you could become a higher version of yourself. You become more aware of the higher self. And when you get to do that, what happens is you begin to be able to see life from a different perspective and able to see farther. You may even be able to mentor someone else or send someone else out to get that information while you're still studying. Or someone can bring information to you while you're studying. And then with that, you have all this possibility of things, that's so much information and things that are coming to you that you don't know what to do with yourself. But I'm here to tell you, just enjoy the journey. Don't get caught up in all the things. Just pick one thing and go from there, because eventually all of the things are going to connect and you're going to learn it through time, through experience anyway. So I hope this resonated with you today. Please take a moment, hit that subscribe or like button down below, share with your friends. As always, I am the Air Goddess, and thank you for spending time with me. I'll speak to you soon, and have a great week, everyone.